Let's make today's lunch for my dad. Today, I didn't sell any lunches. I had to cancel my orders because I had to go pick up my son from school. Apparently, he had gone into a fight and I had to go see what was going on. So I had to stop, drop, and roll and get to him. Then my dad calls me and tells me he's starving because he's been at CVS all morning getting his Rona shot and he has to go to work. So I told him, stop by at the house and I'm gonna feed you. So I had a couple of pork chops out and I just seasoned them with a little bit of Dos Gringos chupacabras and I grilled them. Then I make a lazy AF green salsa because I'm gonna make my pork chops in salsa verde. And by lazy, I mean I just add everything in here raw. I didn't cook anything. I was like, why am I gonna cook everything when he's on his way and everything's gonna cook in the pan anyways? I pour my raw green salsa on the pork chops. Then I added some roasted poblano peppers and some calabacita. And then I let it simmer for about 20 minutes. I also made him a white buttery rice with some veggies, and since I didn't have tortillas and he loves handmade tortillas, I just made him handmade tortillas. I usually don't make handmade tortillas only because nobody here likes them, only me, and honestly I shouldn't even be eating them. But anyways, as soon as they change color, like from the outside, I flip them, and I only flip my tortillas 2 times until they get puffy. That's when you know they're ready. And that's it, guys. Now I'm just gonna serve my dad's plate, that way he can eat and then rest a little bit and go to work. Hope you like this recipe. Bye. Let me show you guys one of my favorite fruits. These right here, I know them as nancies, but I heard other people call them nanches, so I really don't know what the actual name is. All I know is that they're bomb, and I'm going to show you guys how I prepare them. I just squeeze a little bit of lemon juice and then sprinkle it with some tajin and then add some Valentina or some tapatio. And then I give them a quick mix. Growing up in Mexico, we used to eat these a lot because there was trees everywhere and they belonged to nobody. They were free. But in this case, I actually paid $10 for these, and that's a lot of money in Mexico. So I got my nancies all prepared and everything. They look like this. And you eat them. There's a pit inside of them, so you just have to like chew around it, I guess. You just take off all the meat. And this is a snack. We used to have so many of these trees around in Mexico. And I've never seen these fresh. This is the first time that I actually have them fresh. I've had them frozen and I had them like in a jar, but never fresh. So this is my first time, and it's really like taking me since I was a kid in Mexico. Bye. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make my iced pumpkin spice coffee. So you're gonna add some ice to your cup, and this is homemade pumpkin spice syrup. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons. Shit, I forgot I have nails. Kiko's coffee, honestly, best coffee ever, better than Starbucks. Not sponsored. Put some in there, and then we're gonna add some sugar-free creamer. Oh shit, that was a whole lot of creamer. Let's add more coffee. More coffee, more coffee. Ah! Let me show you guys my go-to drink after a long day of cooking and cleaning and just doing the most. This is the drink I go to wind down. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of pumpkin spice syrup to my mug. And yes, guys, to wind down in the nighttime, I drink a hot cup of coffee. But not just any coffee. This one has a special touch. I'm gonna add a couple of Odin drops to my coffee, and this, my friend, helps me wind down, relax, and edit. Because that's usually what I do in the nighttime. I edit. Then I pour a splash of sugar-free creamer and I mix. And queen, let me tell you, these drops are gonna get you off the edge without feeling silly, of course, and get those juices flowing, and I mean the ones in your brain. Link on the description. Bye. Let me show you guys how I made my pumpkin pie horchata. To a pan, you're gonna add 1 cup of rice and 1 cinnamon stick. We're gonna give it a light toast, just enough to bring the nuttiness of the rice and the cinnamon stick. Once it cools down, you're gonna add some water and let this soak overnight. You will need a can of sweetened condensed milk and 1 of evaporated milk, vanilla extract, pumpkin pie spice extract, and of course, your pumpkin puree. The next day in the morning, I add everything to my blender. All the milks, half a can of the pumpkin puree, about 2 tablespoons each of vanilla and the pumpkin spice extract, extract, about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. Then I fill up the rest of my blender with water and blend until smooth. I'm gonna blend this twice just to make sure that the rice and the cinnamon stick get well blended. Then I strain it to catch whatever didn't blend. Now I'm gonna pour everything to my 3-quart pitcher. Then I fill up the rest of my pitcher with water and mix. Now this is the perfect time for you to check for sweetness. If it needs more sugar, add more sugar. If it's too sweet, just add more water. Capiche? For garnish, I'm gonna dip my cup in a little bit of sweetened condensed milk and then into some sugar and cinnamon mixture. Then I fill up my favorite cup with ice and pour myself some delicious and refreshing creamy pumpkin spice horchata. And then to top it off, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon powder on top. And of course, I'm gonna add a matching straw to my drink. And that's it, guys. This is how I made my pumpkin spice horchata. Hope you like this recipe. Bye! Let me show you guys how to make your pumpkin spice syrup that's going to have Starbucks out of business in no time. You're going to need 2 cups of brown sugar and half a cup of pumpkin puree, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin spice. We're also going to add a cinnamon stick and a cup and a half of water. Then we're going to mix everything together and let this come to a simmer on low for about 5 to 10 minutes until you start noticing that the syrup is getting thick. Now this, my friends, is like molten lava, so do not touch it. Once this has reached the consistency that we're looking for, we're going to turn it off the heat and add a couple splashes of pumpkin spice extract. I like to add it at the end only because it does contain a little bit of alcohol and I don't like it to burn out during the cooking process. Don't believe me, but I did hear that on the Food Network channel. Now I'm just going to let this cool off, and then once it cools off, we're going to add it to a container, put it in the fridge, and anytime you need some pumpkin spice in your life, you're going to pull this out and make yourself a drink. And you can use this on everything. Cold drinks, hot drinks, it don't even matter. This is also the same syrup that I use to drizzle all over that pumpkin churro cheesecake. Hope you like this recipe. Bye! Let's pack today's lunchbox for my friends and followers. Today I'm making something a little on the healthier side. And maybe my healthy is not your healthy, but as long as they like it, that's all that matters. So today I'm making them a grilled chicken, strawberry, walnut, and feta cheese salad. Oh, with the strawberry vinaigrette. So I'm going to begin by cutting and washing all of my produce, Karens, which is some romaine hearts and some spring mix. Then I cut up some cucumbers, some strawberries, and since I bought a lot of nectarines last time at the flea market, they're going to get some too. Then after grilling my chicken and letting it cool off, we're going to cut it up. This customer here is one of my regulars, so she's beginning to bring me her own containers. So I'm gonna add some of that salad mix, some cucumbers, some strawberries, and some nectarines. Then I add the grilled chicken. Then I top it off with lots of feta cheese. And for crunch, we're gonna add some chopped walnuts. Then I drizzled a homemade strawberry vinaigrette. She asked for me to put it in her salad and to put some on the side. To make the strawberry vinaigrette, we're gonna add some strawberries to our blender, some honey, apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper, and some extra virgin olive oil. Then we blend, and then I put them on small little containers. And just to finish it off, I'm gonna add a little bit of mint. Today she only brought me her fork, but I'm assuming it's because she wasn't gonna need her knife. Today they had the option between a soda or a lychee strawberry lemonade. Lychee, whatever. And just to mess up their so what healthy lunch, I'm gonna add a slice of pumpkin churro cheesecake. I'm just gonna drizzle it with a little bit of pumpkin syrup, some sweetened condensed milk, and some walnuts. It's a little piece, guys, come on. And that's it, guys. Now I'm just gonna get everything ready for them, including their drinks, and they come and pick up during lunchtime. Bye!